Why can another person's success feel like evidence of your own failure? You care about them. You know what they sacrificed. You believe they deserve the opportunity. Then their name is announced, and something falls inside you. You smile because love is real. The pain is real too. On Monday morning, Lena received the promotion Maya had finally admitted she wanted. Maya stood first to applaud. For half a second, her face did not join her hands. Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is Wise Mind Stories. In this episode, you will learn why envy hides inside friendship, how small success can expand into dangerous certainty, and how to convert comparison into information before it becomes sabotage. Adrian announced a new role: Vice President of Product Trust. The data partnership, clinic governance, privacy review, and research organization would all report to it. Lena would begin immediately. No one has done more to keep Lumen honest, Adrian said. The sentence was praise for Lena. Maya's body received it as a comparison. No one, not even you. Lena looked toward Maya as the room applauded. Maya smiled. She walked forward and embraced her. This makes so much sense, Maya said. You have always been better at the trust side than the political side. The sentence sounded supportive. It contained a blade small enough for Maya to deny. Robert Greene's law of envy begins with comparison. As social beings, we notice status, attention, opportunity, and the distance between what others possess and what we believe we deserve. Comparison can inspire effort, but when it awakens inferiority and the feeling cannot be admitted, it seeks another exit. Envy rarely introduces itself honestly. It appears as poisonous praise, a compliment followed by a diminishing qualification. It appears as a joke that targets the exact achievement we claim not to care about. It appears as push and pull warmth, then criticism unrelated to any clear behavior. It appears as gossip that gives resentment a respectable social purpose. Envy is most dangerous when it borrows the voice of fairness. Maya told herself she was not envious. She had more experience. Product trust was narrower than her role. Adrian probably wanted to repair his relationship with Lena. And, honestly, Lena did sometimes underestimate politics. By lunch, Maya had built a moral explanation for the pain. She noticed no contradiction between Lena deserves it and the growing list of reasons Lena might fail. Greene warns that envy often appears among friends and peers, not distant celebrities. Similarity makes comparison precise. A friend's promotion seems to answer a question about our own value. A sibling's marriage changes the emotional rank inside a family. A colleague who once stood beside us now occupies a height from which we imagine ourselves being judged. Sudden status changes are especially dangerous because the old relationship no longer fits automatically. That afternoon, Lena requested the full North Star Risk archive. Maya approved access but did not include an informal analysis Marcus had built after the contract. It was unfinished. It also contained the clearest model of Lumen's dependence. Maya could have sent it. She decided Lena would ask if she needed it. This is how sabotage often begins, not with an attack, but with the withdrawal of a generosity once freely given. At home, Daniel asked how the announcement felt. Good, Maya said. It's the right role for her. And for you? Not everything is secretly about me. Daniel returned to washing vegetables. That sounded like the answer to a different question. Maya opened her phone. Lena had posted a short message thanking the team. She named Maya first. The generosity made Maya feel worse, because envy prefers an enemy. The next morning, Adrian called an all-hands meeting. Behind him was a slide reading 10 million families. Lumen currently served fewer than 200,000. Adrian described a plan to enter 6 countries in 18 months, acquire a scheduling platform, and make Lumen the default operating system for family care. The North Star deal, he said, proved the company's ability to think at scale. Applause spread through the room. Maya felt 2 things at once: alarm at the plan, relief that Lena's promotion had become small beside a much larger contest. Greene's law of grandiosity describes another response to status. We need to think well of ourselves. After success, that healthy need can detach from proportion. We forget luck, timing, mentors, and other people's contributions. The result feels like expanded vision. Often, it is reduced contact with reality. Signs include certainty about positive outcomes, extreme sensitivity to criticism, disdain for expertise, large promises without corresponding detail, and the belief that success in one field transfers automatically into mastery of another. Adrian had raised money, built a respected brand, and secured a major partner. Now he treated those achievements as evidence that his intuition could solve foreign regulation, clinical systems, translation, and acquisition integration at once. Success becomes dangerous when gratitude disappears from its explanation. At the leadership meeting, Lena asked for a phased expansion. Adrian smiled. Trust cannot become the department where ambition goes to die. The room laughed lightly. Maya recognized the structure: praise for the mission, diminishment of the person carrying it, poisonous praise scaled into authority. Lena presented early North Star dependency figures. Adrian challenged the assumptions. Marcus has a more complete model, Maya said. Lena turned toward her. He does? The question lasted 1 second. It exposed the file Maya had withheld. After the meeting, Lena closed the door to Maya's office. Why didn't you send it? It was unfinished. You sent me unfinished work every week before Monday. Maya could have defended the difference. Instead, she remembered the projection log. Where does the trait live in me? She looked at Lena and said the sentence envy hates. Because you got the role I wanted, and some part of me wanted it to be harder without me. Lena sat down. Neither woman spoke. That is awful, Lena said finally. Yes, and unusually honest. Also yes. Maya sent the file. Honesty did not make the impulse harmless. Lena now knew Maya could withdraw support when status changed. Trust would need new evidence, but the hidden feeling had lost the ability to call itself procedure. Greene offers several ways to move beyond envy. Practice gratitude through wider comparison. Learn to feel active joy in another person's good fortune, what is sometimes called Mitfreud. Move closer to what you envy and study it. Most important, transmute envy into emulation. The feeling contains information. What quality, freedom, recognition, or path does this person represent? Do not steal the outcome. Develop the capacity. Maya's envy was not only about title. Lena had built a career around protecting what she could see clearly. She tolerated being inconvenient. Maya wanted that integrity without the years of social cost that had formed it. Envy translated into instruction. Stop making courage dependent on approval. Grandiosity also needs translation. Greene does not ask us to eliminate large ambition. He distinguishes fantasy-driven grandiosity from practical grandiosity. Admit the desire to matter. Concentrate energy on a specific challenge. Break it into reachable steps. Seek criticism from people with relevant knowledge. Choose challenges just beyond current skill. Maintain a dialogue with reality. Big energy becomes useful when feedback remains welcome. At the next leadership meeting, Maya asked Adrian to name the conditions under which the six-country plan would be paused. Why begin with retreat? He asked. Because a plan with no disconfirming condition is not a strategy, it is an identity. Adrian's expression hardened. He announced that the acquisition conversations would continue. The board had praised his boldness before. Investors wanted a growth story. Theo, still outside the company, had sent Adrian an introduction to the target's founder. Every surrounding force reflected greatness back to him. Grandiosity was no longer only a trait. It had become a system. A fragile ego whispers through envy and shouts through certainty. Both are asking reality to protect a self-image. Maya could not control Adrian's appetite. She could control her own next step. She asked Lena to lead a pre-mortem on the expansion. Imagine the plan had failed 18 months from now, then work backward to identify the causes. Maya volunteered to present the findings, knowing Adrian might interpret them as disloyalty. Lena accepted. You know this does not make Monday disappear, she said. I know. Trust remembers. So must repair. At Lena's first company-wide meeting in the new role, Maya sat in the second row. Lena presented the governance model and named the people who had changed it. When she reached the pre-mortem process, she credited Maya. Applause began. Maya noticed the old impulse to appear modest while collecting the attention. She also noticed a newer opportunity. The idea only became useful after Lena made it operational, Maya said. The trust exists because she kept asking questions the rest of us wanted to close. Lena looked at her, uncertain whether the generosity was clean. It would take time before either woman knew. Mit Freude, the active practice of sharing another person's joy, is more than saying congratulations. It means allowing excellence outside us to enlarge the world rather than shrink our place in it. This can be trained. Ask about the work behind the success. Name the specific quality you admire. Let their achievement become evidence of what humans can build, not evidence that opportunity has been used up. For Grandiosity, Maya introduced a success audit after every major milestone. The team had to name 5 components: skill, other people's contribution, favorable timing, luck, and the next limitation reality would test. Adrian mocked the exercise as institutional humility theater. But the point was not ritual self-deprecation. False humility can be grandiosity in disguise, the performance of being above recognition. The goal was accurate proportion. Greene's practical grandiosity preserves the energy that says, I can do something significant. It ties that energy to craft, feedback, and contribution. Maya did not need to dream smaller. She needed dreams with measurements. Reality was allowed to fail. This is the shared cure beneath envy and grandiosity. Return value to the work. Envy asks, where do I rank? Grandiosity declares, my rank proves my vision. The work asks, what can I actually build, learn, and contribute next? The practice for today is the envy translation. When another person's success hurts, complete 3 sentences privately. I envy this person because they have. I believe that says this about me. The capacity beneath the outcome is. And one step I can take this week is. Do not confess every passing envy to the person involved. Some disclosures merely ask them to manage your emotion. First, convert the feeling into responsible action. If you withheld support or caused harm, repair that behavior specifically. I'm Sarah, and this is Wise Mind Stories. Subscribe and stay with Maya. She has identified the ambition beneath envy and the fantasy beneath Adrian's certainty. But knowing what she does not want is not the same as knowing what she is for. When the expansion plan forces Maya to choose between a prestigious future and an older, quieter calling, she will confront a question no promotion can answer. Whose definition of success has she been living? Next episode teaser. Maya has spent years becoming the decisive person, the rational person, the person who can carry the weight, but competence can become armor. When she finally asks what existed before the armor, the answer will lead back to a child who loved translating confusing worlds and forward to a life that may require giving up the title she once envied.